Buongiorno. We are in Pontassieve and it is 6:30 and we are walking nice and early this morning. Our breakfast menu was, what was it?
Pastries. Well, in France, they call them escargots.
Yes.
It's like a coiled brioche with sultanas.
Yes.
But I can't quite get the Italian pronunciation.
And Russell likes
I like a cafe americano.
And I've been ordering a bicchieri latte calde la soy.
You have?
Di soy.
You have.
And I've been getting it right. And I put a little bit of hot chocolate or just pieces of chocolate in it. Make my own hot chocolate. It's quite nice. Beautiful bridge that dates back to, I don't know, 1400s, I think.
I can't remember.
It's got 2 arches. It's pretty special. Only pedestrians.
That's nice, actually. You don't get run over when you're crossing the bridge.
So it's a 17k walk today.
Anyway, can I backtrack that?
Okay.
That cafe, that bar.
Oh, yes.
Because we got up at 5:30 and we're able to pack and get out and grab a quick breakfast on the way.
Yeah, so it was a good one.
For Pellegrinis who are looking to walk, it was a really good option.
Yep, it was great.
Yeah, I think we turn left here.
So on the track today, 17 kilometres, and the topography is up.
Say it.
Well, it is. It's just under 1,000 metres high. So for the whole day, we'll be climbing.
That's a kilometre up in the sky. Surely not.
And the sunshine is out. There's not a cloud to be seen. It's going to be about 28 degrees today, which is warm, too warm for me. I'm a fair weather walker, a Cinderella walker.
Oh, Cinderella.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You fade in the heat.
I do. I faded yesterday.
I think it does get cooler the further we push into the mountains, though. So we're kind of running away from the Florence temperature, which is over 30 today.
Yeah. And so once we get to our first town, which is then we walk into the forest.
We do, yeah. We'll see what the day brings, eh?
Ciao.
Even in Italy, us Australians cannot escape snakes. It's not a tiger snake, at least, but I am going to andiamo and keep moving because Rhonda is racing me up this hill. It is essentially, as Rhonda predicted, up, up, and up out of Pontassieve. And we've got 990 metres to gain for the day. It feels like we've done 900, but I bet we haven't. Beautiful walking along this quiet country road, olive trees on one side, grapevines on the other, surrounded by mountains. Looks like a monastery just up here, massive complex, and some sort of farmhouse, agriturismo here. Clearly in Tuscany, it just reminds me of the Tuscany we were just walking on the Via Francigena Look at those views and hills, and everything is so green. Beautiful scenery on the right-hand side, looking over the hills. But sometimes you're actually also walking right next to a fairly major road. But we're off the road on a track, so it's good. Same as on the Via Francigena. Sometimes you're walking on the verge of a road, other times on a track, other times nowhere near. About 8 kilometres into the day, and we've made it to the little town of Diaceto, and we're going to have a stop, have a rest in the shade. There's a supermarket about 50 metres from where we've stopped. We'll duck in there, top up our water, and maybe find a restroom. Walking on from Diaceto, a very pleasant walk because it's been flat and a little downhill, which is somewhat disappointing because it means we have to climb again.
The theme for this walk today is hills, mountains.
Hills, that's right.
Up.
Up.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
Okay, but we did notice there was like a 3 kilometre flat section after Diaceto, and then when we get to the little hamlet of Ferrano, it's essentially a 7 kilometre climb to the Consuma Pass, where we are heading. But we're enjoying this whilst it lasts. It's just a lot of up and up at the moment. But we're in the shade and it's lovely. I'm going to put my poncho down. We're going to have a little break. Maybe just over here. This feels like very much St. Francis territory. I knew we should have done more hill training, Rhonda. Not long after Ferrano, we turned off to the left and we are now on a really shady path through the forest. You can hear lots of birds. It's a beautiful path. We were just back there. There was a fork to the right and a fork to the left. It was pretty well marked. And I can see another red and white stripe there. So we're well on the track. Look at that ahead there. It's beautiful walking. Feels about 5 degrees cooler in the forest. Perfect. I don't think the camera will show this, but it feels like it's almost going vertically up. Clearly it's not, otherwise I'd be falling backwards with my backpack, but man, it feels steep. Let's see where Rhonda is. I feel like I'm walking about 1 kilometre an hour at the moment. Let's have a look around here. Hello, there is a figure in the distance. You kind of can get an impression of how steep that section has been. This is just a beautiful walk today. You can see the red and white blaze on the trees and the arrow that we just scrolled past. There's Rhonda ahead on the trail. She overtook me whilst I was looking at something at the top of the hill. She saw her opportunity and scooted past. But this is just a beautiful walk. We have been walking through these forests, these majestic trees, I think beech trees, some sort of pine tree or cypress, just stand upon stand growing straight up from the steeply sloping mountain. Pleasantly, I'm on a little flat section of path now, but it has been virtually since Verano we've been going up. So it's really nice and cool in here now. There's a bit of a breeze and it's very pleasant for walking. I'm not sure how far we are from Consuma. It seems like our little GPS dot on the map isn't getting any closer. Maybe we're going slowly. We're walking up and down on the spot. Hopefully we'll get there soon. We've just finished climbing all the hills, I think, and we've come up to the main road to wander into Consuma, and look what we found. The first bench we have seen in 20 kilometres, and the viewpoint is the road. We've been looking for one of those. We've been sitting in grass and logs and rocks, and there was a bench. Quickly, while there are no cars coming, we are wandering into Consuma. I can see a bar there that sells the famous flatbread, like a focaccia, but more of a flatbread. We'll be trying that tomorrow for lunch, I think. And we are heading to that bar now. We might get ourselves a nice cold orange juice or a gelato before we go to our accommodation, which is the Ospedale San Domenico, hopefully just a little bit further along the street. But we have arrived. Okay, Rhonda, we have found it. Our accommodation for the night. The Ospedale San Domenico. Right next to the church. Look at those flowers. No, it's the end of day.
Buonasera.
Looks like we're in a prison cell, doesn't it? With that background, which is a bit weird, like I'm up against a wall.
It's very warm.
It has
It's
been
been
warm.
sunny, warm day today, so it's very
We're
warm.
at the Ospedale San Domenico, which is kind of like a pilgrim ostello, but it's not a pilgrim ostello. It's got separate rooms. So we've got a double room with our own bathroom, which is nice. And we just went down to the local bar,
Don't think it's a
cafe,
bar.
restaurant.
I think it's like a big deli type of
Had
thing.
everything
It
there.
had everything, and you could buy anything, and it was,
It had the famous...
and everyone was there.
Yeah, it was popular, especially during the day. Less so tonight. Had the famous local delicacy called the schiacciata.
Okay, well
Which
done.
looked like it
Close,
was,
but well,
essentially it seemed to be like a focaccia that was cut in half, that was loaded with stuff and toasted.
mushroom sauce.
Had like a saucy mushroom in it, yeah,
I mean,
saucy
it
fungi.
tasted okay. I'm not
People
sure.
were loving it, yeah.
I'm not sure if I
liked
would
it,
have it every day, but
No. It doesn't fit in with my low-carb diet. Anyway, good day. A nice day of walking. It was, as you see from the videos, the paths were great. Our big question is,
yep.
why do our phones and our smartwatches, our Samsung smartwatches, why do they always show more kilometres than what the guidebooks and the apps and the directions on the sign, I noticed, say?
I understand your pain.
What was yours?
So, mine was about 22.
Mine was 21.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to
They
be
were saying 16,
just under 17.
16.8.
Yeah. So if some smart person out there knows why that's the case, is it because smartwatches and phones aren't as good as measuring distance?
But how do they measure it?
I don't know.
So,
Help.
We just stayed on the track, literally
We
stayed
didn't
on
vary
the track.
today,
We did
so,
not vary.
yeah.
So,
But both our watches mine had 4 kilometres more and yours had 5 kilometres more.
and I understand that I might have more steps because I've got very little legs.
Yeah, but that's not kilometres.
But kilometres should be the same.
Yeah. Anyway, we shouldn't ramble. If anyone knows the answer, illuminate us in the
help us.
comments. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ciao.